How many of you drive around with the check engine light on? Mine's been on for about 3 months, and every time I get in the car and I turn it on, it makes me think of the guys from Car Talk. I listen to their podcasts, and they talk about the check engine repair light tool, which is the roll of black tape that you can cover up the light with. And the reason I'm driving around with my check engine light on is I went to AutoZone. They read the scanner. They told me what part was broken. I replaced the part, and the light hasn't reset. And I read on the internet, and so of course it's true that the light needs so long to reset. And there's a little part of my mind that's saying maybe I didn't fix it correctly, which is very possible. But overall, I read it on the internet, and so I think, oh, it just needs time to reset. But I wonder, did I do it right? Is it really fixed? And when we think about the gospel, we can ask ourselves the same question. If we have to rely on ourselves, that was the problem with the law in the Old Testament. People had to rely on themselves, and they kept having to make all the sacrifices, and they wondered, did I do it right? Is my relationship with God completely restored? And because they were relying on themselves, they kept doing it wrong. And so that check engine light kept coming on. And it stayed on because they couldn't do enough to atone for their sin. But when Jesus Christ comes, Jesus Christ pays the full price for sin. And so therefore it doesn't depend on our efforts, so there's not uncertainty. But because it depends on Jesus Christ, we know with certainty that our sins are forgiven and our relationship is restored. And so because of Christ, we have confidence to enter the throne room of God. And we don't have to worry about it relying on our own efforts, which will surely fall short, just like my efforts perhaps to fix my car.